Good day everyone, whatever part of the day it is at the moment. Today we are going to have a look at the most beautiful gemstones of the last couple of weeks. And before we get started, let me just quickly remind you that we are not 100% online shop. Therefore, most of the gemstones by the time you see them will be sold already. However, if you feel like buying something like that for yourself, just send a quick message to me in WhatsApp and I will be able to direct you what to do next. Just send me the number of the gemstone you felt interested in and we will take over from there. Usually, as soon as we understood what type of the gemstone you're after, you send a little prepayment and I start looking for that. The full payment is required only by the fact of getting your gemstone in your own hands. And yes, we always send the gemstone to any part of this world. And yes, we always send it only with the proper certification from the gemology laboratory. However, if you would like to double check and make your own certificate upon receiving your gemstone, you are very welcome to do that. We even encourage you to do that. Okay, number one. This is a Polychrome Circle from Tanzania. And even though zircons are found in many places around the world, there are very few places where they are really nice and beautiful. Exactly, this gemstone is huge and the colors and the hues in it are insane. It has got very nice play of pink and orange type of the colors with slight hints of black background. The most attentive of our followers might notice that there is a little spot inside, which is an inclusion. It's not the crackle. I have made sure that it's not the crackle because we don't want the gemstone fall apart at some point. And this inclusion doesn't affect the price. It's still very nice and respectable and beautiful gemstone. And again, for zircons, it's insanely huge size because zircons are usually tiny. Well, if we're talking about the good quality zircons. Number two is actually tiny little lavender spinel, and that is an example of a gemstone which very beautiful but still not very much expensive. It is just 1.5 carats, and that is beautiful representation of a gemstone which would suit for the daily kind of the ring or a necklace. For women probably better than for the men because it's too tiny for the men ring, I assume, but yes, it's up to you. Number three is an absolutely amazing garnet from Tanzania, and here we have got vivid red color with the black undertones. It may seem that it has got a little bit of brownish hues in it, but I assure you that is the effect of the camera. When you see it in real life, it's pure red. Of course, like with any other type of the gemstone, the color will look slightly different and different kind of lightnings. This one specifically might go into a bit more purplish kind of tones when you bring it inside of the room with yellow lamps, for example, but it's still beautiful. The size is big enough, so I would say that it's perfectly suitable both for the women and men jewelry. Number four, I assume that many of you would like to say spinel mahenge, but nope, that is not it. That is actually a very rare color for a garnet from Tanzania as well. These type of garnets are coming from Malaya, and that is the only one spot in the whole world where you can find this hue in garnets. If you have seen my previous video about the investment in gemstones, you probably remember that I predicted that the price on this type of the garnets will start growing very, very fast, and that's what's happening at the moment. And as you can guess, the main factor here is that the gemstone and the hue is really rare and there is only one place where you can get it. Number five is a very beautiful and very pleasant to your eye dark purple spinel. It has got a little bit of black undertones as usual, but that's typical for spinel and that's why we love it. I wouldn't say that it would be too much difficult to find for me something similar to that. Of course, it's going to be different shape or size, but the color is quite typical as it told. However, the price on that type of stones is still growing quite steadily. So it is a nice stone, it's looking very bright and shiny, and it's good investment at the same time. Number six, it is a garnet, but not Malaya garnet. This one is coming from the mining of our old friend in Tanzania. If you have been following us for some time, you probably already remember that cranky grandpa, and that cranky grandpa has got the beautiful mining producing absolutely stunning pink and black kind of garnets with probably sometimes lavender kind of hues in it. But look what they have got this time. It's like almost pure pink. It still has got a little bit of purplish notes in it, but in general it does look like anything what they have been getting from the same mining before. Therefore, that gemstone is kind of unique. Number 7. This time it is again a spinel, but a very rare color this time. Well, different people can describe it in different ways. For me, it is the color of the ocean before the storm. You see a little bit of gray, you see a little bit of green, you see a little bit of blue and aquamarine notes, and all of them are playing perfectly together, creating the absolute masterpiece. Over the last 15 years, I could tell you that I have encountered maybe no more than 10 pieces of that quality and that hue in spinel. Number 8, we are going into the pink mood this time, as you see. This is a spinel again, and that is a type of a color which people usually call patparaja. You obviously can distinguish pink and apricot or peach orange in it. And for the haters, I'm going to say, yes, I know that patparaja color is usually applied only to sapphires, but nobody can deny that this combination of hues, which you see right now on your screen, is 100% patparaja style. Therefore, that is a spinel with the hue of patparaja. Number 9 is a Polychrome sapphire. As you may know already, this is coming from Madagascar, where the mining of the Polychrome sapphire has been exhausted already. Therefore, their prices are rocketing like insanely. And I must say that even if they discover another deposit of that kind of Polychrome sapphires, the price growth most probably will not stop. Besides being a beautiful way to invest money, this gemstone is extremely pleasing to your eye. It has got very oceany type of the color combination. It has got dark blue, it has got light blue, it has got aquamarine, exactly the same what you see when you're looking at the beautiful ocean in a sunny day. Number 10 is a Polychrome Tourmaline, which have been bought in Rwanda, but I suspect that it is coming from Congo, because in Rwanda I can't remember anything what could produce that kind of Polychrome Tourmaline. But in Congo we have got quite some of those. The combination of colors is just breathtaking. We have got purple, we have got light pink, we have got orange, so something what you may see when you're watching the sunset maybe. Number 11 is a neon blue spinel again. Nope, it's not coming from Vietnam where the blue, electric blue spinel is mined. Usually this one is coming from Tanzania, from the spot nearby Mahenge actually. And as you can see, the stone is filled in with different kind of inclusions which make it look like the little universe. Personally, I adore that kind of the gemstones, but unfortunately they are very rare to catch. This one is relatively big, 3 and something carats, can't remember, you will look up in description under the video. But even that size for that type of a spinel is a very good found, because most probably the other type of the gemstones of that quality would be much smaller. Number 12 is a pleasant blue spinel from Burma this time. And just for you to know, everything what is coming from Burma in terms of the gemstones is expensive, and it's always becoming even more expensive every year. I don't know how they have managed to achieve that kind of image. However, even nowadays, if you see that the gemstone have been mined in Burma, it means it's gonna be not cheap. It's like with Japan maybe, or Swiss. You know that if it's produced in Japan or Swiss, it is going to be expensive 100%. It's not cheap to buy, but the good news is that it's 100% reliable and very solid investment. Number 13 is a very pleasant Polychrome Tourmaline from Congo. Here we have got primarily green type of the hues, but it has got a little bit of emerald type of green and even a hint of blue color at some angle. Number 14 is a very recognizable type of gemstone, and the most attentive of you have already got the answer in your heads. That is a savorite. That is the only one type of the green gemstone which will produce that bright green. Savorite is one of the best stone for investment because their prices are growing faster than anything else. The price on the very good pieces is already over $100,000, guys. And for you to know, any savorite more than 2 carats in size is supposed to be a big savorite. Those of you who have bought savorites from me around 5 years ago already know that it is a very nice buy, because some of you have sold it back to me and I have sold it again. Therefore, all of us are in a very good situation and have got our piece of profit. Number 15, again Africa, again Congo, and again a tourmaline, again polychrome. Well, it's difficult to describe this color. It's something in between purple, red and pink, I would say. We cannot call it hot pink, I would say, but it's really bright pink though. Number 16 is a lavender spinel, which has got the tendency to show some bluish color and some purplish color at some point. This one is coming from Sri Lanka, and if you feel like getting a lavender spinel, it's not going to be a problem. That type of the gemstone I will be able to find in different sizes and shapes and saturation of the color, I would say. Number 17 is a dark blue spinel. That's what I would call this color. What I like about this specifically, I like the shape. I guess that's a very good decision to make it round with that kind of cutting and facets. Number 18. This is another very recognizable type of the gemstone from Tanzania, and that is the Masai garnet or the orange garnet or the sun garnet. You can call it whatever you like, but the fact is a fact, these type of the gemstones are absolutely stunning. And the fact is a fact, the price on them is growing very fast as well. The shape is called sugarloaf, and that antique kind of a cut brings out the depth of the color of the gemstone. That's why it has been very popular since actually the 19th century. I have noticed that this type of the shape has been gaining its popularity back over the last 10 years. However, if you decide to stick with a bit more traditional way of cutting, we can easily arrange that. That would be it for today. I hope you enjoy a little portion of beauty in your day, and I'll see you the next time. Have a good one.